ukuleles in here. Alright, I'm not a YouTuber from 2012, I swear. Hello. Happy Camp NaNoWriMo. Oh, should I put my glasses on? I should probably put my glasses on so I can see. Happy Camp NaNoWriMo. If you watched my Camp NaNoWriMo goals for this July, then you'd know that I wanted to get some more books that are on topics that I need to research for my own books. And I said that I was gonna go to the library, get a few books to check out, maybe go on the Libby app and get some ebooks or read magazines over here. But I got 3 books from the library. Here they are, they're down here. I got the library book from the library, and it's about fire breaking out in the Los Angeles public library. It's a true crime novel, and it's just about someone maybe burning up the library intentionally, and I thought that helped maybe with the little sleuthy bits of Project What, because they are trying to figure out some backstory of their antagonist, which they do, but this. And I thought it just sounded cool. So, and then I have A Winter's Promise. It's a fantasy book. I know it's a series, but I heard about this book a while ago because I really wanted to get into fantasy more, and I was like, ooh, that one sounds cool. And now I have an excuse to read fantasy because I'm going to try and read more fantasy in order to get better at writing my own fantasy novel, because my fantasy novel was like a YA contemporary if pirates and witches existed, and that was it. My third book is Manual for Survival, a Chernobyl Guide to the Future, because in Project What, they are living in a post-nuclear war world, and the second book that I want to write really goes into how the world is responding to the nuclear war. Like, okay, if you saw my making a map for Project What video, you'd know that it wiped out a lot of the Earth, and now they're all on one little island, and they haven't been outside in the rest of the Earth because it's still, not very safe. So the second book is them going out to see how the apocalyptic outside is doing, and I'm gonna see if this helps me out, because Chernobyl. It just sounded cool too, but I need the information, so it's a win-win. This video is going to take place over 3 days. I will not be reading all 3 of these in this single video. I will, though, be starting with the library book because it is very short, and I doubt I'll have many notes on it, except for like quotes or like methods that people in the book use or something like that for notes. I found this notebook, this blank notebook, while I was cleaning out my room, because this bookshelf is new. I said that, but I was looking throughout my room to like try and organize, and I found this notebook. It was a poor attempt at my first ever bullet journal. It's not in here anymore. I ripped it out. Now it's called Notes and Other Things for Writing. So far I have a quote from the Alexander Hamilton biography, which I'm still not done with. I have a quote from there on just like philosophical things, and then I have some things I want to research for Project What, even if it's not even for this first book, but it's still in the story. So I will be taking down all my notes for these books and for anything else I figure out in that notebook, my Cup Noodles notebook, and let's just see how it goes, I'm gonna start with the library book. Let's get it. The library book from the library. Alright. Look, it talks about the Chernobyl nuclear plant disaster. And that's cool. Well, I mean, like, the disaster wasn't cool, but this... I find that in books that I read in like succession, there's like a very loose connection that I've found between them. Like, I read The Glass Castle, memoir about a family that's always on the run and stuff because the parents were a little morally gray, but they're always in the car traveling to a new place to maybe settle down for a little bit and then leave. And then I read Little Fires Everywhere, and they have a mom and a daughter that are always moving around because the mom is always on the move for art pieces. And I was like, whoa. I finished chapter 1, and I'm gonna cut it. I was watching a K-Cat video, but I'm gonna stop for now and pick it up maybe later. It is like 5 p.m. so the next time you see me, it'll definitely be dark out. The only note that I actually got on this so far is the reading of a book was a journey. There was no need for souvenirs. So that's all I got so far. I don't anticipate having too many notes on this. It might be like revision notes, you know, like, ooh, you should, like, suggestions for myself, not for the book. This is not a critique on this book, but it would be like, oh, add more backstory to this, or ooh, you can use this in here if you want, and stuff like that. Okay, I'm back again. It's been a few days. I guess I should explain. I started this book 3 days ago, and I read the first chapter, and then I wanted to finish the Hamilton biography, so I dedicated all my reading time to that, and now it's finally done. I finished it yesterday. I cried, and I also was writing. I was really into all the stories I was working on for Camp NaNoWriMo, so it was just pushed to the side. But now I'm getting back into it. I just finished chapter 2. It went over the fire that is indicated on the book cover. The fire took 1 chapter. I also got a lot of notes in that one about like physics stuff. Like there's here, let's see. I got not a lot. I got like half a page in this little journal. That's what I got. There's a quote about it's something about the physics of fire. That's what it's called. In which the fire achieves a perfect burning ratio of oxygen to fuel. Who knows if I'll use that? And one of my characters she wants to be a physicist. She wants to go into physics. So I thought that would be just a cool little note to add. That's why I put it down. I don't think this ideal situation for a fire would actually come up. And then in another one, it was just a thing that happened to the firefighters that were fighting the fire. Maybe, so like for those how will they escape moments, the super tense bits, maybe have some technical issues. Like in the book, the firefighters couldn't get into the stacks of books and stuff because they were very narrow, and the hoses they had were very big and stiff, and they couldn't bend into these little corridors, so the fire burned. And then I was right in my first draft that the windows do explode when the fire heats them up, and that's like 150 to 200 degrees Celsius. So I was right about that. I wanted to make sure I was right, and I did do that correctly. Very cool, very cool. Those are the notes I got on that 1 chapter. Okay, I'm currently editing a video, so if you hear my fan, there it goes. If you hear it, it's processing clips. So, whoops. But while it's processing, I'm gonna try and finish this book. I really want to finish it today, maybe tomorrow. It's a very quick read. I really like it so far too. Like, even though I've only read the first 2 chapters so far, it's really good. I really like it. So I'm gonna try and finish this today while I'm editing this video, because it's gonna take forever, because I don't know when to stop talking. So hello. What is good? I am this far into the library book. And I really like it so far. Obviously, it's very fire-based, you can tell. And I've just hit chapter 10 of 30-something, I think. And it ends, chapter 9 ends with a story about an arson investigator, what's his title? Arson expert. He starts writing a book about, it's a fictional book, but it uses stuff from real life that he's, like, seen, and it's about a firefighter that burns things. And then, while that book was getting published, the arson expert was found guilty of, like, 200 cases of arson. And I was just like, I guess that's why he knew so much. I'm gonna keep reading for a little bit. I'm a little tired, obviously, but I'm really liking the book. Hopefully I can finish it before I go to sleep or tomorrow, because tomorrow's the last day I'm filming, so we'll see. Hello, it is the next day and nighttime, if you can tell. It's kind of yellow. The light is kind of yellow. My shirt's kind of yellow. It is the next day, and it is nighttime, and I haven't changed this entire video, and I apologize, but I did not, after I filmed that last clip yesterday, I said I was gonna continue reading, and I didn't. I got on my phone and went on Instagram for like 30 minutes, and I was like, sleep. But this is the last day I am filming, so whoopsies. I am gonna keep reading though, and the other 2 books will come up in other videos as well, I'm pretty sure. So you will see me going through those probably. But I'm gonna get to reading a little bit, and then we'll see what happens, you know? Okay, it is 3 in the morning, so I think that's an appropriate time to end this video. After I said that I was going to read earlier in this video, I didn't, so I wrote. It's Camp NaNoWriMo. You know how it is. I wrote, and there are some typing errors in here, so I didn't actually read like I thought I was going to. So I'm still 108 pages into the library book by Susan Orlean. I'm going to be reading a little bit tonight though, because I really want to get a little further in this book, and it's a really good book. I like the book. But some things that I got so far. I got this many notes on the book itself so far, and then I have a few added things in things I want to research, and then these are just quotes. So I've gotten a few things, mostly about fires, and a few things about physics, obviously a few things about books because it's about a library. So throughout the month I will be doing the same process, hopefully, with the manual for survival and loosely with A Winter's Promise. I'm also currently reading Aurora Rising on my iPad on the Libby app, so I'm getting some sci-fi stuff there to just think over. But that's not part of this video. This is the end. Good job, you made it. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but that's okay because it is Camp NaNoWriMo, and I have been writing in 2 projects and then revising another one. But I did get quite a bit done in those 2-3 days, so I'm not too mad. Thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, why not? You know, have fun with it. And I'll see you in the next one. Possibly a Camp NaNoWriMo video. I don't know. Peace. Bow.